This is the Blackout Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Blackout Podcast, where I get to talk to amazing people that do amazing things. And today I have Atay JAX. How's it going, guys?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing great.
Nice.
Congrats on the album launch.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, so like we had you on the Off Kilter show on CKDU before the album came out, and then the album came out and it's been doing crazy numbers.
Pretty good.
I've been happy. I've been really happy with how things have been going. Yeah.
So let's start with the album launch though, because you had two shows. How did you guys do that day?
Well,
That was a mistake. that was no, that was fun. I'm glad we did it. We didn't realize at the time how physically like tiring it would be to do two shows and stressful. But both shows went great, and
yeah,
you know,
it wasn't planned. It was more of like we were gonna do the original show because like we try to do all ages as most as we can. I feel like we have a younger fan base usually,
Definitely.
we had that planned, and then we had the opportunity to go to Sniggley's, so it was kind of like we didn't want to turn that opportunity down. So then we decided, hey, let's just try to do both of them.
that was 30 songs we did that night.
Yeah.
Each song screaming and jumping up and down. I actually couldn't walk for like 4 or 5 days after. Like that's how hurt my body was. But it was fun. It was really good.
Yeah, but like I was kind of one of the casualties of that because you were supposed to have you on the podcast the following day, but then we had to move that back.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it was rough.
So like I guess when you guys started working on the album, what was the intention for making this album?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna delegate that to Adam.
I don't think there was much of an intention.
Yeah, no.
I think the intention was just make music together. I think that was like the plain intention.
I think it worked better that way too.
Yeah.
To not go in with a plan and just make a bunch of songs and see if it's good or bad. And it was good.
Oh, sorry.
For the most part, yeah. It was fun and
How many songs did you produce on the album?
Like produce, like make the beats. I didn't make any of them this time around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was another thing for me. It was the first time I had ever actually made a project that I didn't produce. So
how was that for you though?
Oh, amazing! It was fucking great. It was so gret. Not having to
takes
make
a lot
the
of
beats.
stress off.
It's so much hard. Like it's so much more time consuming. Like to produce the beats and that's not even the bad part. It's like as soon as you start making the song, then suddenly you want to fucking change things, and then you're like changing the beat and mixing the beat while you're also changing your vocals and mixing your vocals, and then it takes like
Big producer guy over here.
yeah. It's horrible. It's the worst ever.
No, it's stressful and I can't do it. So props to Atay for being able to do that.
Like two people working together, right? How's it been for you guys?
I mean, he's the one that was always against ever working with people because he was a little.
I was just very introverted. You can't trust anybody with your art. Like you try to make art with people, and it becomes a weird.
I mean, I was never a big collab guy either, and I never surely expected something like this to happen. But I mean, it did, and
it's fun. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's all I can say. It's fun. That's
it's like I think like we said the first time, it's like we're not recording by ourselves in an isolated room for 7 hours. Just like it's depressing. It's fun. We have fun now.
Yeah, we have fun. We have a lot of fun.
It's cool.
So like I guess which of some of the tracks on the album that stand out for you? Apart from the one you made the video for, let's
for me, the last song "And I'll Wait for You Tonight" is a super popular one, and that one stands out for me, along with Somebody Else, with like more of the chiller kind of ones. What about you, Atay?
I've always liked Dinner Date. I've always liked it. It has a special place in my heart.
Yeah, no,
it's so
it's
stupid.
the last song we made for the album.
Yeah. You know, I usually wonder, right? You know, so you record all these songs. How do you decide the order it goes on when you finally make the album?
That was a collaborative process, really. We wrote all the songs on Atay's wall in chalk, and then me, him, and Dryden just like pieced it together. It's like a puzzle, really, and I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I think we all had an idea in our heads.
We all had
separate ideas in our head, and then we had to figure out a way to make them all kind of work into a different kind of Because what I had was nowhere near.
No, and opening up with PG-13 was
that happened because we couldn't agree on other songs. So then we were all like, okay, let's do a song that none of us want to open the album with, and then
we compromised. Yeah, it was cool.
So the first track one was not what each person had as their track
none
one.
of us had that.
No, it's the most foul song on the album.
Like,
we were just like,
let's open it
fuck,
with this.
let's
Oh
just.
my god, yeah. Let's open it with this. I forgot I had that on my head. I was like, why am I so warm? Anyway, so yeah. Then I guess how many tracks do you have on the album?
It was 12. We did 12.
That's a lot of songs.
It was a lot of songs.
Why do you think so? Because I was.
I
still
wanted to do
nervous.
like 9 to 10, but I'm glad Atay convinced me to do 12. I think it's.
I didn't even have. I thought I was gonna have to. I started trying to convince you like 2 months before, of being like, we need more songs, and you kept going. We'll just see how it goes. We'll just see how it goes.
I don't sound like that.
But I didn't have to. I didn't have to convince you because I think it was obvious that we needed more songs.
And you're right, we did, and I'm glad we did 12.
Like
'cause every song fits its role.
Yeah, I don't think there's only like one song I would trim off the album.
Huh.
In my opinion.
What song is it?
You first. Let's say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. AJ for president. Yeah.
He didn't give me any time to think, but yeah, he's right.
White Out song.
It's all right.
It's just, you know.
It's the most lackluster.
Yeah, compared, like every other song is just, I feel, just has a bit of a pedestal, and that one just not really.
So
Still a
like,
fun
at
song,
what
though.
point did you record that one?
Middle. Right in the
Huh.
middle.
Why did you make it though? Like when you were making it, did you like not write like it right away or?
No.
No.
It's I don't know. You sit on them sometimes, and then like
Yeah.
you can't even try to use that judgment because sometimes you sit on songs for so long that like you fucking hate them, and then
No, it's true.
and then they come out and then they're like the best song. Like they do the best number, and you're like, oh shit. Well, I'm glad I didn't cut. Like Wild Wild West. I hate that song.
No, and I actually don't hate that song. And actually, funny story too. When we were recording "Oh My God," I don't know what was wrong with me that day, but I couldn't I couldn't do the verse. My voice and my confidence weren't there, and AJ put me on a timeout. And he's like, go have a cigarette. I didn't even smoke at this point. I was vaping. He's like, oh, go have a Viper or whatever. And I went, had my time out, came back, and we did
You
it.
nailed it first take.
Yeah. All it took was a little discipline from Atay to make things okay.
So I guess in a way, working together actually makes the other person better.
I think it absolutely
Yeah.
definitely makes me better.
100%.
I'm
I
way
agree
better.
too. Yeah.
Wow.
Big time.
And now, how do you guys? You told me the story about you met, but like that was on the radio show. Remind me the story again.
I wish we had a better, more romantic story.
It's a little dull, I think.
It's a little creepy, actually. I kind of was, so, especially at the time, I didn't want to work with anybody. So like, if there was somebody, I wanted to like try to get to know them kind of from a distance first.
And I will say too, you messaged me through DMs
I did.
first.
Yes, I did.
First.
I did.
didn't reach out.
And because I'd heard his EP, which was pretty good, and I
Pretty good?
yeah, I think it was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Compared to Honey, Honey's amazing. I think Honey's amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Your recording facilities that you used for that first one were a little rough. Right?
No, but I was doing a hip hop show with Elko and a couple of artists, and Atay showed up, and I met him outside, and he recorded for me on my phone, and then we didn't talk for 4 months.
Yeah, we didn't.
No, that show was weird too. That was like a weird.
What made it weird?
I don't know. It was
Yeah,
just like,
I said no to it. So.
Yeah, no, Atay got asked to it. Like back in the day, it was like big cipher type things where they just have a bunch of different rappers going on, which is cool. But like, I didn't necessarily like being in that vibe or that environment. But I much prefer putting on our own shows and stuff like that, which is
It's different now. It's crazy that you did that, and then like not even a year later, we like played a full show at Sniggley's with like 100 people there.
Yeah,
that's like comparatively.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's pretty fucked up. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, times change so quickly, man.
So like I guess in what you work with Dryden and this transformation from that show to this show, how much of his impact would you say that plays?
Well, that's hard to say.
I'll go on record saying that the impact has been huge, especially in terms of just like, helping us with everything in terms of like merch, and he delegates all the calls that I hate talking on the phone.
Yeah.
I really am not a
I hate
big
it
phone
too.
guy. So no, it's been huge.
It's been massive. Like like I think that we could have put on a show and people would have shown up, but I
we've
don't
done
think
it
the show
before.
would have been as good, and I don't think it would have been as organized, and I don't think we would have had the same opportunities just because like we're just not as good at. I don't know. There's this weird thing where as soon as you have someone speaking for you, everybody takes you more seriously.
It's 100% true.
Even if you're not even big, if you have someone who's managing you, like people just the communication is more professional automatically.
And you sat here and talked with Dryden. You know he's a very professional and good dude.
Yeah,
He's-
you know, it's funny because I was talking to him because you guys did the switcheroo.
yeah.
But I was talking to him and he said that actually he was kind of, you know, just because he has a film background too. I was like, he was just jaded with film and then he wanted to get back to music. And like, so in a way, you guys like made him fall back in love with making music. So
Yeah, no,
that,
it's
I
just-
think everything just fell in place with you guys meeting, you guys
It's
doing
weird.
this thing
We
together.
had that conversation the other day in the car, the three of us. It's just very strange how everything played out and panned out the way it did in terms of the timelines of our lives and where we were at in our musical careers and stuff. Very blessed, though.
Yeah,
I would say.
yeah, definitely. So, what was the prep for that show? Like, you knew you had two shows, and
What
how
was
did you
the
guys
prep?
prepare for it?
Anxiety, panic.
I was constipated for like a week.
Atay wanted to hit me the most he's ever wanted to hit me before.
I was so mad. It was so annoying.
I was like, I've had an ear infection, which I did. I had an inner ear infection.
That's
and I
a
walked,
presumptive case, as we now use.
and I walked into Atay's and I told him, and he just looked at me and goes, I'm going to smack you. He just goes, I'm going to smack you if you say one more word.
I just couldn't
He
handle
was
it.
not in the mood at
I
all.
couldn't handle it at all.
But you gotta love me. And,
I was
and we survived.
constipated and I ended up getting so sick after that. So like,
Which is true, because then we did that show in Moncton with DJ IV.
I was so ill.
and Atay was so ill. I felt so bad for him. Like he was so not.
I was
okay.
sick until the next show. I was,
Oh, no.
I had a flu that was like,
Yeah.
no, I assume it was the flu. I actually, I'm still like, I haven't gained the weight back that I lost from it. So like, it was pretty significant, but
No, it's true. Yeah.
don't know.
He was so ill, but we did that show, and that was super fun.
yeah.
That was a good time.
And then, like, who else performed at that show at the album launch?
Oh, yeah. Which one? The
The
very first one?
yeah.
Young Gillette, baby.
Young a guy who goes by the name of Young Jalap. He's
He's the
17.
goat.
He looks like he's 29.
Oh, he's the goat.
And
man.
he's the coolest kid I've ever met in my life.
Jalap's, and such a talented artist.
It's, yeah.
Then we had Moose. Moose Can Fly.
Moose Can Fly is
Shay,
really awesome.
LDN Boys.
Yeah.
And
No, that was it.
that was it. Yeah.
then
Super
another
talented
show.
group. At Snigley's, that was the same. And then
It was just Che.
It was just Shay at Snigley's.
Oh,
yeah, because Jalap's 17.
Yeah.
And then in Moncton,
We were the only ones.
yeah, it was us and DJIV. We recently did a Lunenburg show too, which like we sold 205 tickets for.
That one was crazy.
That one was crazy for a lot.
I don't
of
even
different-
remember it.
Well, I was pretty. No, I wasn't drunk before.
I wasn't.
I was drunk afterwards. Though.
I was sober and I was still sick though, and I couldn't even breathe.
Yeah, no, you were having a rough go.
But it was our mic stopped working halfway.
Yeah,
through the
we
show.
did. We had one mic,
No.
No.
Yeah.
You realize the one mic broke halfway through, right?
so we just had no.
We
mics.
had no mic. Kept telling you that. We were performing and I kept telling you it doesn't do anything because it would work in between the songs.
Yeah,
So when he
well,
wasn't
that's-
playing
yeah.
the tracks,
Yeah.
the mic was working. But as
That
soon as
makes
he hit
sense.
play on the track, you couldn't hear us anymore.
Yeah,
Oh,
it makes
no,
sense.
that's-
So
oh,
thankfully
no.
the crowd was there and they were very energetic and they knew all the lyrics, so we didn't really have.
We just
to
jumped up and down, and
and
screamed.
screamed
Yeah.
with them, dog. It was like so fucked.
But like, you know, that's another thing I noticed. You have this connection with the crowd. It's as if it should be that you're making a show for the crowd, but
Yeah.
you also have this relationship with them. That's so
I
cool.
can't even help it to not scream. Like I had a buddy of mine who had never been to a show, and he saw some footage, and he was like, "Jackson, man, like you need to calm down and stop screaming." And I was like, "Man,
You can't speak on it until you're there.
And that's literally what he said. He came to Lunenburg show, and he's like, "I get it." He's like, "I get it. I can't
It's
help
crazy.
it."
It
The
gets-
energy is
Yeah.
like it's like the best high, man. I can't even help it. It's just so fun.
And it's different too, because when we did the Moncton show, like we had like maybe 2 people there who were like actual fans, and other than that, we were just performing to people we didn't know.
Yeah, and they were still. I remember one guy jumped on stage, and I was like rapping like this with one hand up, but like I didn't know what to do. As a security, like I didn't know what to do in that situation.
I kept looking at him and looking at Jackson.
He was wanting me. He was making eye contact with me, not you. It was scary stuff. Yeah, it was scary.
Oh yeah. But even then, like in that scenario, like we didn't get as crazy. Like we weren't screaming like we would at a usual show. But it was still good. Like we still like.
We still turned up. I was drunk for that show. I was arguably the most drunk I've ever, other than Snigglies. I think Snigglies was. I was
drunk for Snigglies. That was the best show we ever did too.
So I guess the question now comes: do you prefer performing drunk or not drunk?
No. Because I can speak. You can too, but I've performed drunk, buzzed, and completely sober. And probably buzzed is the best way to go. Because I was so drunk at Snigglies that I almost threw up on stage.
No!
I even sent a video of it. I'm like on stage, I like do this little smile and I like turn around. It's like so close to
was
puking.
the perfect amount.
Yeah, no,
that was the I had never drank before a show until that show. And
it definitely lets you be more loose in the caboose.
I chugged a few beer right before.
Yeah.
And I'm more awkward than he is, like performing. He's more of a natural of it. I'm kind of introverted and like a little clunky at first. Like I have to kind of get into it, but I drank and there was I was in it.
There was no building up to it.
I was into it. There was no.
Big time.
So let's talk about the video for God, what's this song with the
PG-13. Yeah.
So like first off, you did the crazy thing with the golf course on the other video.
Yeah, Pelican.
And they were like, okay, we're gonna like go way out with this one. How did you even get the hall, the theater to?
The theater.
That's Dak Dryden hooked that up. It was $25 an hour to get that whole music video shoot was under $300, and it looks so crisp.
Yeah.
Not like you guys edited it, so obviously that would have cost more.
Yeah,
no labor rates on
that.
Yeah, I don't charge for that.
So, thankfully,
I should charge. I should charge for it.
And so, what was the whole idea behind that video?
I think it stemmed from the original idea of. Well, it was pretty close to the original idea. Originally, it had nothing to do with prom. Originally, it was just 2 guys, like, at a dinner table with the father of 2 daughters, like, trying to convince the father to let them date their daughter while singing the horrible lyrics. And
the boombox was entirely not planned, but it fixed everything.
It did. And then it turned into prom, and that was it. Yeah.
And then we had two of our close friends, the girls Emily and Erica, be in the video. Rob plays a great dad. I remember I have videos. We were spray painting his hair gray in the bathroom.
That's Rob Welton. He directed. He directed both
Pelicans.
videos. He actually shot Pelican.
Yeah.
And directed, and we edited both of them together, me and Rob. So
yeah, he's super great, and the video's been getting a lot of love. I think it's like 4,000 views after like a week and a half or something. So super stoked on that.
When you say you edit together, how do you guys work? Like, do you edit a part and then send it to him? He walks on it, sends it back, or
no? We do it physically together.
Oh wow!
So I meet up with them, and he usually. He's the best. He has like the whole workflow worked out. He has it all. We use Premiere Pro, and he has all of Premiere Pro. Just like, I mean, you guys offset probably know just as much about this as I do.
Yeah,
he has all the files like all separated per scene, per shot, per person, and he does that all.
Shit.
Very
no, it's so he's the fucking best, which makes editing so easy.
Wow.
Yeah, no,
and then he'll usually have like a baseline of like the intro and outros and stuff, and then I'll usually jump in and edit, and then the whole day we just go back and forth.
Yeah, you guys finished editing pretty well the first day that you got the footage. I
did like
over
6 or 7
and it was halfway done.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, they don't stop. They're crazy.
You just gotta get it done when you're editing it, and when you shoot something properly, like. Editing is fun.
Yeah.
When you shoot something shitty, editing is the worst.
Yeah, because experience. I'm like, I need this shot, but it's not there.
Yeah.
Man.
Editing can be like fun and creative, or like just problem solving the whole time. So like, we were lucky that we didn't have like that was the easiest edit I've ever.
So like,
that was
I mean,
awesome.
did you guys like? What was the pre-production for that video? did you like do what's that thing called? Whatever the shot thing.
Storyboard.
Yeah.
We didn't have much of a storyboard. I think Rob did one for himself to have.
Yeah,
okay.
just to keep
But
himself
we had
organized.
sat down in the group of 4 of us and we wrote down every shot
At our
that we
local
wanted
Tim
to do.
Hortons, that's
Yeah.
kind of go-to spot to delegate our ideas and brainstorm these things.
Yeah, and
together.
we had we just wrote all the shots down.
Yeah.
And then we knew that we were gonna have full coverage, and then that was it. That was
How much time did you spend on each one, like preparing the shoot and then afterwards putting it together?
Pelican took 3 days, I think it was, to shoot.
Pelican was. It wasn't even. It was like a day and a half
yeah.
of actually shooting.
PG-13 was 1 day. We only
we did
had
it all
one
in
day.
one day.
We didn't have any. Like we had one chance to do that, and we did it.
It was like a 14-hour day total.
14-hour day after I'd already been up for 36
Well,
hours.
Why
so-
were you up for 36 hours?
What were we doing the day before that?
The album dropped. We submitted. We had already submitted the album, and then the album came out the day that we shot the video. So, which was a terrible idea. That was. I don't know how I let that slide.
Well, yeah, it was.
I let it slide
yeah.
because when we originally planned to shoot the video, it was supposed to be Saturday and Sunday, and I was like, okay, 2 6-hour shoot days, that's fine. I can waste 6 hours of my album release day because I don't know. I like to just relax on album release day because you see the comments coming in. And
I don't even remember what we did. Did we relax at all, or did?
we shot the video.
See, man, here's the problem, dog. Is that I had been up, like, I was supposed to wake up
shot
at
the video
8
the whole day.
to drive to Wolfville, and I tried to sleep the whole night, and by like 7:30 a.m. I just couldn't sleep, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna stay up.
Yeah.
And then I drove to Atay. We went to Wolfville, shot for 14 hours. By the time I got home, man, I just like, that whole day is just a fucking blur.
And then we were supposed to do the podcast the next morning. So
Yeah.
we were.
I apologize. I was so ill. I had been up for like 50 hours, man. It was so
I
fun.
remember driving home at like 10 p.m. and I was looking at Jackson and I was
Dude,
like,
I was literally
"Ah."
just sitting
So
there.
you like had 14 hours? Did you start like? Was it an early day or?
Yeah, it was pretty.
I was up at 8 o'clock driving, and that's when my day started.
What was the very first shot you guys had on the video shoot day?
Movie theater.
Yeah,
Oh,
theater.
yeah,
We
'cause
went
you
to
had
the
to do
theater
that.
first and
And you
did
can
that.
You
yeah.
had a lot of shots in there. Just in that theater, like, it's a lot of shots.
It wasn't technically the movie theater because they wouldn't know that it was technically the Steve Jobs scene.
Yes.
The scene where I'm like yelling at Jackson and
Where
I'm
he's
dressed like
up
Steve
AT
Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
That was in the theater, but it was upstairs. But that was the
They had a
first
huge
shot.
projection screen. And actually, if you remember in the video, Atay throws the water ball at me. That wasn't planned.
No.
And it hurt. He threw a water ball at me.
Yeah, but what like, why did it?
It hit me in the knee, and it actually really hurt. And it was totally not cool on Atay's part to keep the shot in there, especially.
It was the best shot.
Fuck you.
I was on the editor. Talk to the editor. I think.
Whatever.
So the video came out looking great, and the album has been great. Response has been awesome.
Super cool.
It's just shows on now, or
All of our shows just got canceled. Actually, we had
fuck
3
yeah.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
had Santa FX and UPEI. We were working on an Acadia show, and that will be no more until
We had
this
two of them.
whole-
It was funny because 2 of them right as they got confirmed. Like we just confirmed
Just
Santa
confirmed
FX
them.
and UPEI
Yeah.
just confirmed with us.
and
And
they're
then,
like, oh no,
Yeah.
that's just-
Huge bummer.
well, we kind of pulled the plug on Saint Effects ourselves because it just doesn't make sense
No,
to
it
go
doesn't.
not
there.
right now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a panic and stuff like that and everything. So.
Yeah, everything is like, oh, you can't be. I think is it 150 or 250 people? in it?
150.
It's 150.
Yeah.
And you know what?
recommended,
It's
but-
good that we did because I know somebody who was at that bar last night and they were capping it at 150. They weren't letting anybody in.
Oh, so that was not a recommendation. That's a little law thing now.
There was a health person there enforcing it.
Holy shit!
Well, yeah.
So good thing that we
Yeah,
canceled it.
it
'cause
sucks though because I've started making music my job, and I've been paying rent with the money I make from merch and live shows. And now that these
Now
shows are
you're done.
canceled,
Yeah.
it's I belong to the streets.
I gotta go back. I gotta have work now too.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it's one of those things that we kind of follow what we have to do, and
But you can't plan for these kinds of things.
Right.
Like we had no idea this shit was gonna
Right,
happen.
right,
like,
right.
So we're just having to adapt to our environment and find other ways to move forward with what we're
Yeah.
doing. Maybe start making new music.
Yeah, I think
and-
we're gonna just get in the studio now.
Yeah.
Like we're just gonna like go back and make more music and then be ready for the summertime with something.
I think it's about time. I do. Yeah.
I feel like we should
Are
not
you gonna
talk about
produce
it
any?
ever again. I didn't hear. We kind of wanted to be hopefully surprise people, so like this is the only exclusive time we're gonna mention that is right
We'll
now.
never talk about it again.
We haven't even had time to talk about that.
We actually haven't even delegated this.
So you just made the decision right here.
Well,
Okay.
We know that we want to make something, but we haven't talked about like
What's going
mean,
on?
if
the
we
thing
were
is-
gonna tell people that we were gonna make
I don't
something.
think it's a surprise, really. I think people expect us to make more music.
Yeah, but not-
Also, like on this one, are you
Not
gonna
soon.
are you gonna be producing?
I don't want to make any promises now. I hope so.
We'll
I do
see.
hope so.
Yeah.
I do hope
He's
so.
a very
but
talented producer.
I've been away from doing it for a long time, and like probably almost a year I haven't made a beat. So like, or like made a good beat anyway.
That ukulele one you made was fire as
Not quite a
fuck.
year, but I just
Ukulele one was dope.
it's so horrible. It like as soon as you just get to like. It's so easy to just have a beat and then make a song. When you have to
nice.
make everything from the ground up, it's so tedious. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
I can't enforce that
So
idea.
glad
enough.
Dryden's not here, right?
It's so brutal. It's like it's exhausting. It's less fun. It really is.
Yeah.
Now if I just made beats for him, like for him to do solo stuff, and then I got beats. So pretend he makes beats. If he made me beats and I made him beats, completely different.
Yeah, I know what
But
you
it's
mean.
like when you're making the foundation of
I could make you a
everything.
beat.
It's yeah, okay.
Laughs in my face.
All right.
what do you make your beats on when you do? Like,
I use
what-
FL Studio.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the best.
Yeah.
It's the best for hip hop. It really is. It gets a bad reputation because
No,
I think
yeah, it does.
because it was so simplified and kind of basic for so long, but like you look at most of the biggest hip hop producers, they're all FL Studio, predominantly, or Ableton, but
Or Audacity.
nobody.
I'm like, how do you?
That's not true. I thought I heard the other day. I watched so many interviews. I thought I heard the other day of like a big artist who made one of their songs on Audacity.
Audacity's great.
I didn't
Or-
make beats on it.
I have
Or no,
no
it was
idea.
it was on GarageBand,
Oh, yeah.
but it was a massive artist.
on GarageBand.
Yes.
That's cool. I can respect that. Yeah.
Man, that's so much work, though.
Yeah.
That's so much work.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so we had to do the switcheroo because they had your 50 hours
Yeah.
and all. But I'm super grateful for you to be here.
Appreciate that, man.
But I'm not gonna let you go without performing a song.
Oh yeah.
And before you get to that part, I'm gonna end it with this one though. I know now you're kind of thinking of working on an album or a new set of songs, but
Slowly.
when the pandemic
No
is
promises.
like when life is kind of back to normal and stuff,
Yeah.
what are some things you have planned?
Shows.
Just shows.
University shows
I
first.
want to party and make money. That's kind of where my mindset's at. And
I love the honesty.
yeah, there's no cap right now, man. Like I just want to do shows just because I love doing that shit.
Yeah,
It's just what I love to do.
Yeah, shows.
Yeah.
Probably another Halifax show. Probably
Maybe a
another,
music video. We might be working on that soon.
Yeah.
Something in the
Which
works
one?
there.
Which song?
We
should
cannot disclose that information. We've probably already said too much.
We always. I feel like we say too much. Like we need to relax. Every time we
he
do,
just gets it out of us, man. He's a little
and
detective.
as
I
soon
love
as I think that it doesn't matter, like sometimes you like
Yeah.
when you are making music or like making content in whatever regard, you start to get a bit of an ego where you're like, oh, I think people care, and then you think of it and you're like, oh no, like I say something, I'm like, people probably don't care, and then I'll get a message like 4 days from now, and they'll be like, so you're releasing a music video, and I'm like, fuck,
What song is it?
like I heard that you're doing this. When's that out? And I'm like, shit.
Nah, it's fine.
You try to check yourself.
Oh man.
Yeah, check yourself.
Yo,
that's it.
Atay JAX, you guys, you always crack me up. Thanks so much for coming on the podcast.
No, thank you.
Yeah,
man.
we'll just clear this out and then you guys will do your song.
Cool.
Sounds dope. Appreciate it. This is called "Where You At." Why'd we choose this song, Atay?
I have no idea.
Let's kill it. I'm that dude, how about you? You got homies, I got two. You got bitches, I need proof. Why you spilling on my shoes? Fucking bitch, where you at? My name Atay, this is Jax. He go bubba, he got raps. Jimmy Neutron got a blast. In the water like shark attack. If a dog bark, I'ma bark right back. Nah, really, I don't fall like that. Hitting me up on me all of they tracks. I'm a flower trying to blossom, ayy. Sunshine, this is awesome, ayy. You got some shit, better talk some. Don't get it, got Atay by the shotgun. All of my brothers come up with me. I drop an album, a bit wanna fuck with me, ayy. I sip the tea like it's bubbly. All of my mom's friends, they in love with me, ayy. Hear the buzzing, know it's operation. In the whipping, yo, it's automated. Drop the bar, but now I gotta make it. 2 shots, getting too faded. I'm that dude, how about you? You got homies, I got 2. You got bitches, I need proof. Why you spilling on my shoes? Fucking bitch, where you at? My name Atay, this is Jax. He go bubba, he got raps. Jimmy Neutron got a blast. Ayy, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. Woo. Ayy, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. Woo. Yeah, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. Woo. Ayy, yeah, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. Woo. Everything I rap come true. I want your friend and I want you too. You take L's, we make moves. She do what I want when I want voodoo. Ooh, I got everything that I need. Throw it back to the past, Jack sound some weed. Throw it back to the past. I was making some beats, but now we back with the raps. We ain't taking no heat. It's like I'm the man, been the man since 19. Used to rock the oversized jeans with the Nikes. Roll little kid, grade 10, I was 5 feet. Now I'm dropping bangers on these bitches at high speed. In my NY hat like Spike Lee. Yeah, she bad, but she weird cause she Pisces. I'ma take her out with some dinner and maybe ice cream. I don't need a second date, I've been trying to sightsee. I'm that dude, how about you? You got homies, I got 2. You got bitches, I need proof. Why you spilling on my shoes? Fucking bitch, where you at? My name Atay, this is Jax. He go bubba, he got raps. Jimmy Neutron got a blast. Ayy, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. Woo. Ayy, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. Woo. Yeah, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. Woo. Duh, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. Woo.
That was Where You At.
That was way better than I expected it to.
Well, you know what I'm just thinking about? We're the only ones who can hear the music. So everybody in this room is completely confused.
That's A1. Stream last night. Available on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube. Follow us on all platforms.
Atay and Jax.
This is the Blackout Podcast.
Thanks for listening.